Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is Big Girl Diary. Oh, excuse me. Already. Oh my goodness, the weather is changing, and that is not good for a content creator. No. Now, King Charles, I have to say, may be the shortest king ever, or the shortest reign ever. And on one hand, it's really sad. On the other hand, life deals what it deals. His mother reigned for what, 60, 70 years. Um, some may say she didn't trust to hand over the reins to her son. The only one who would know would be her. Yeah. Let me check and see if the other program is working. Okay, that's excellent. Okay. All righty. Now, I have a poll up. Please check it out. Check what you believe is a yes, yay, or a nay. Okay, I have some slides now. King Charles, I have some slides. I'm going to show them. King Charles is preparing his funeral. And that's a bit morbid. I mean, that's like, oh, goodness. Ooh, And he's making his final preparations. He finally settled with his brother as far as where he's going to live. And when I say his brother, I mean Prince Andrew. So that has been settled. Uh, who knows for how long? Um, his reign has been, how can I say, chaotic, very chaotic after when Queen Elizabeth passed and everything was placed the way she wanted it. But the sad part is that it didn't go the way she wanted it, as we heard. Now, we weren't there looking at the will or however they have it, who gets what. We didn't see anything. We didn't see no paperwork. No, we didn't. We only have speculation, belief, and what's stated in the tabloid media. So we know that's how the royals get out their beef, their fighting, their words. And yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. So that's all we know based on what they say. Now, King Charles is, like I said, is doing that. Now, I'm really wondering, how is he going to divide up all this stuff? Because looking at Prince Edward, he's hanging on a little thread, and I'm trying to figure out, what did Prince Edward do to Charles to make him wait like 20 years, 25 years, almost 30, for his wife to be Duchess, for them to be working royals or possibly working royals. I'm just like, what was up with that? What was up with Queen Elizabeth to make him wait? I'm just like, I don't know. I thought Prince Prince Edward was the sane one. I don't know, but I could be wrong. So let's go ahead and get to the slides, and let's just get to these slides. I gotta say, it's quite interesting. So here, all right, King Charles funeral plans underway. Death is possible possibility. No, it is imminent. He is going to check out. Not to sound like that, but he's going to go. We all go. It's just that sometimes some of us have an idea of when, and some of us, we just like that. So here. Oh man, I couldn't imagine. Oh, whew, I couldn't imagine. So here, I'm looking at this. I saw this picture and I'm thinking this right here, besides Prince Edward isn't there. And the four of them walking down yonder, as some people say. And you got King Charles and Prince Andrew, and then Princess Anne and Queen Camilla. Now, looking at the smile on her face, it sheds a little light. Great ancestor, I righted the wrong. I know some of you might be saying, BGD, that's horrible. It may be. It may be, but she has spoke of her great ancestor that was, I have to look up exactly what her role was and the jewelry, and that went from her ancestor to the royals as far as what's being said. I'm gonna have to do a little, that's another video. But I'm looking at that and I'm just like, King Charles, what's going through your mind? I mean, you're looking at your brother, and I'm pretty sure you want to reach out and how dare you embarrass the family to that level, and all the fighting getting him out of Frogmore, and now he's like, okay, I'm at the end of the road, so I'm going to have to settle this. And knowing allegedly through belief that the way the inheritance went, it didn't go the way it was supposed to go. um I don't know what Prince Edward got. Did he get anything? I mean, it seems like everything goes to the air, and then everybody else gets a little crumbs or nothing. And then you live on the estate, you live in whatever cottage, and I don't call that a cottage. I call that a freaking castle or mansion based on, I mean, okay, you all do things differently over in the UK, but over here, you have 19 rooms and you call that a cottage? We call that a mansion. Okay. Some of us will call that what, a semi-castle without looking like a castle. I'm so silly. But now he has let me backtrack. But Princess Anne, um, it seems like that she has been cut out a lot during her brother's reign. And who knows what King Charles is going to do, because it seems like his wife, Queen Camilla, and his sister, Princess Anne, do not get along. And I went back and I get why. Queen Camilla has busted up a couple of marriages. It just seems like she's a buster upper. Don't get mad at me. That's what it said, is that Queen Camilla busted up Princess Anne's first marriage. She intervened, and Princess Anne disliked her ever since. Ooh. Queen Camilla. Okay. But her brother was like, I can overlook that. That was an indiscretion, fighting amongst women. It happens, and you're no longer with him. My ex brother-in-law, I didn't like him anyway, so out of our family. Maybe, possibly. Who knows? But Princess Anne, now, will her brother leave her anything? I mean, it seems like that Queen Camilla, she basically runs King Charles, which I find interesting. And the fact that, sidestep, the fact that someone on Twitter, during one of my Twitter back and forthsies said that Megan, Duchess Megan, abused Queen Elizabeth. Uh, uh, dude, really? I mean, dudette, really? Queen Camilla has a lot of pull with her husband. Prince is the sister, the blood sister of King Charles, and she can't even bully Queen Camilla. She could not curtsy her. She could give her the side eye. Okay, she could do all those things, but to lay hands or abuse, oh, come on. Come up with a better argument, but I digress. So, Queen Camilla, could she come out of this like a, as they say over here, like a fat rat? Possibly. Possibly, but let's continue on. Now here, again, Queen Camilla has her finger, has him wrapped around her finger. My belief, just based on what I see and what I read. And there's a lot of infighting. I mean, a lot. And like I said earlier, the tabloids is their way of communicating without officially communicating through their people. So they can deny, oh, I don't know who said that. Oh, that right there is incorrect. They have plausible deniability, but we all know wink, wink. Wait a minute. Wink. Okay, I can never do that. Wink, wink. Okay. Now here, King Charles and Princess Anne. I mean, they grew up together, had a great relationship, and I'm wondering, what is he going to leave his sister? Because when I look at what Queen Elizabeth did, she left everybody nothing. I'm like, ooh, mommy dearest. Ooh, mommy dearest. That was quite rough. But will King Charles have a softened heart to leave them something? And poor Prince Edward, his wife just got the status of justice of Duchess. She waited all that time, and I don't even think that they were working royals. I truly don't know. But the fact that she finally got it, now it's like when King Charles passes, will that title and that cottage leave and they have to go somewhere else because they're not working royals, and by them being closely related to the throne, um they have to be taken care of some way, and their children, their family has to be taken care of. You just can't throw them out there like that. And the thing is, would they have ability to make money for themselves despite what people say? I'll come to that. So who knows what's going to happen with him? Oh man, Andrew. Like I said earlier, he and his brother settled his living situation where he's going to live with Duchess Sarah, and mm, it's going to be quite interesting. And I don't even know if the mess with EpiPen, Jeffrey EpiPen, I don't know whether if that's finished or not, or there's still litigations. Well, he's going to be sued, and then if he does, he he doesn't have any money. He's broke. He has no money. Everything is his brother. King Charles has all the money. And well, actually, they got a pay raise, so maybe he might have some money. I don't know. I don't know how much of the money that he's going to get from the royal treasury. Who knows? But what's going to happen to him is going to be quite interesting. I thought that he would have been living next to the pond in a little shack next to the turtles. That's what I thought. But no, he has a place at what is it? Berkshire or something of that sort over in Scotland. So they settled that. They're going to put him all the way over there. Now, here, he's Prince William is going to be King William soon. Now, here's the thing. Once Prince William becomes king, Princess Kate will become queen, and they cannot divorce. They can't. Unless if they, he pulls what is it? King Henry the Eighth. Was it King Henry the Eighth? He got married so many times and just sort of got rid of his wives. I mean, he made a way. Oh my goodness, the man made up his own church, the Church of England. Forget about you, Vatican. Forget about you. Shut the front door, and I'm going to have my own church, and I'm going to get married and divorced as many times as I want. And not only that, you're not squeaky clean all the wild stuff you have going on over there. So you give me my divorce. Yeah. I mean, he has all that going on. And who knows? Now, that's Prince William having fun, just getting out some of that aggression, working hard. I don't know what he does. I don't know. But he's working hard. Now I find this interesting because, Prince Harry, he's the only one, and he receives a lot of criticism. The man is making his own money. The money that he was supposed to get from his mom, he never received. His father. Okay, some of us have families that we we just got stuck, right? We got stuck in these families. And his father never gave him his inheritance. Actually, he threw him out of his inheritance. His grandmother gave him Frogmore, but he said, "Hey, you and your wife Megan and those two children, get out. Get out." And that's exactly what he did. He evicted him and put Andrew there in Frogmore, and then tried to get rid of his brother. But that was a fight. He's like, "You're going to have to rip this Frogmore from my lifeless hands. I'm not leaving." I mean, it was terrible. But the fact that his father did not did not keep up with what his mother's wishes were is beyond comprehension. So I'm sitting here thinking, will Prince William, when he's King William, will he do the same? Will he do the same stuff that his father did? So I'm pretty sure everybody's on pins and needles, like, I'm holding my breath. What's going to happen? But Prince Harry, regardless if you like Duchess Meghan or not, you don't have to like her, but respect the grind. That woman has a lot of skills, talent, and she knows how to make money. And they are making money. And you criticize them from the minute 5 o'clock when she wakes up to whenever you go to sleep. You criticize them, but you can't criticize the hustle. They don't have any money. They're out there making their own money. And you might say, "Hey, Big Girl Diary, you don't know what you're talking about." Well, guess what? Neither do you. Just a thought. But he's out there making a grind. So he's possibly having behind his head thinking, "Hey, Meg, check this out. That's my family. I was born into it. Let's not expect anything. Let's keep on going. Let's make these businesses. Let's get on this grind because you know how to do it. You know how to grind, and you get up 5 o'clock in the morning and do your yoga, and then you're on the phone 7 o'clock. So let's keep it going." And they're making their money. And the only thing that Prince Harry ever asked for was one thing. He didn't ask for a pay raise like King Charles did and everybody else. No, he asked for one thing, and that was security for his children. And they didn't do it. Oh, man. Sometimes being your own man makes other people jealous and angry, and like, you make us look bad, so we're going to do all kinds of things to you. And they have, and they are. Hopefully all this stops. But here, yeah, Queen Camilla. Here's an interesting thing. When it comes to a death, especially of a stepmother, and her husband dies and leaves her, for how you treat people. Okay, wait a minute. Be careful how you treat people, because it does come back on you. It does. Uh-oh. Be careful how. All right. My internet was messing up. But be careful, because it may not wind up the way you thought it would. Like a woman I used to work with many moons ago. Now, she's from Iowa, wonderful white woman. Um, I'm just gonna say Dr. Fran, Mary Francis, I'll put it like that. Wonderful teacher, excellent, intelligent. Now she never married, but she had a relationship with her long-term boyfriend. He's a black guy. I never got the connection, because he would say black power, black, 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 blackity, black, 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 real black, 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 like that right there. Yeah, black. And she would say, well, I'm not like that, blah, 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 always defending her. I'm just like, hey, Dr. Francis Mary. I mean, you don't have to, in my opinion. I hope I'm not overstepping my bounds, but um, you don't have to defend yourself. Well, after when she passed, her family saw him in motion, saw his behavior, and because they weren't married, when she passed, they took everything and kicked his hind parts out. I'm like, I didn't like you anyway. You deserved every bit of it. He wasn't a nice man. He really wasn't, in my opinion. But she loved him just the way he was. I didn't get it, but I don't. So now Queen Camilla is going to have some serious encounters, because now Prince William has been readjusting some things, and one of the first things he did, he fired her sister. She has been a royal interior designer for 20 years, and he fired her. I mean, look, your sister's a queen and you don't know how to make any money off of that? Okay. Well, all right. Not everybody knows how. Not everyone has a Duchess Meghan grind, because I'm pretty sure Duchess Meghan would have been able to make a living off of that and make money and make a lot of it. I mean, she has a makeup line, made a killing. But her and her stepson, it wasn't a very good relationship. I mean, you stepped in his mother's shoes, and by what was said, you weren't very nice to him and the other son, to where Prince Williams, I couldn't believe he said, well, Queen Camilla's better than my mother. I don't know if that was just something that he said to go along, to get along, to stay on his dad's good side until the transfer of power, little here, little there, and then say, ha ha, got you, front door. But Yeah, so she's gonna have to really watch her back. She's gonna have to be extra nice, and as we say across the bond in the US, you're gonna have to lick some boots. You're gonna have to lick them and kiss them too, and maybe shine them, depending on how horrible you were. You're gonna have to eat a lot of humble pie and have egg on your face, all of the above. So yeah. Now this right here is them out there making connections for Prince Harry's Invictus Games, which, I gotta say, the royal family was not kind at all. They could have been kinder by, by backing him, but which they didn't, but that's neither here nor there because they really did their thing. So here, they're charity and they're working it. You can't hate. Look, don't hate them, hate the game. They just simply know how to play it. All right. And yeah, Duchess Eugenia, it's like, why don't you leave Prince Harry and his wife alone? Oh, you're such haters. You're haters. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, um, let me look at the I did a, what do you call it? A okay, great. Yeah. That's exactly what I thought. Yeah, you all agreed. Will King Charles leave Queen Camilla a sizable inheritance? That's what I think too. I think she's going to walk away with a pretty, pretty penny. Let me go ahead and close that out. Yeah, she's going to walk away with a pretty, pretty penny, in my belief. And she may. Wait a minute. Let me take this down. Yeah. Um, I believe that when King Charles passes, she is going to be well taken care of. I really believe that. Now, as far as, well, hopefully he gives it to her before he passes. That would be smart because sometimes I'm live streaming. Sorry about that. But if he gives it to her before he passes, then she may be able to hold on to it. But if he doesn't, hey, Prince William, then King William may say, I don't like you. And I saw how my dad did things. He didn't honor any of the inheritance and the rules because I'm the sovereign. Yes, I am the king of the realm, the Commonwealth. I rule. Yes, I rule all of this. And if I don't want to honor a contract that my father made, I don't have to. It's true. He doesn't have to honor it. What is he going to do? Go to a court that he owns and say, make him pay me my $20 million? Well, he's a sovereign. He owns everything. How can I get him? So it's going to be very, very interesting the way things play out. And I've been keeping an eye on how things go. So I've been, um, let me go ahead and drop a link if you want to come up or if you want to call in. Okay, here. Drop a link if you want to call in and give your thoughts on it. Let me see. I put the number down. Yes. Yes. I'm going low tech. Low tech. So if you want to call in and give or come up, you can, as far as what you believe is going to happen, because King Charles has been making plans for his great beyond. Um, and I gotta say, I found it. I'm like, whoa, that's kind of wild. Like, you know, to plan your funeral, saying, okay, I want those flowers. Okay, I want that. Okay, I want chariots. I want all this done, and it's a little. Excuse me, I'm live streaming. Mom, I'm live streaming. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. So, let me see. Where was I? So it must be quite. It must be really wild to do that. Now, many of us have planned other people's funerals, and some of us have helped people plan for their own funerals, for their funerals. But imagine what it's like to plan for your funeral and your. Ooh. Okay, I'm done. It's just a thought that's really wild. So, goodness gracious, you're loud. Goodness. Look, and some people don't know how to whisper. They don't know how to whisper. Oh man. But let me put the number back up. But if you want to call in, please 202-981-9775. If you want to call in and give your thoughts about what you believe is going to happen. Do you think that Prince William is going to honor his father's wishes? What are your thoughts? And namely, what I'm really quite interested in is how will Prince William deal with his brother? That is to me, that right there is a lot of animosity right there. And uh Prince Harry did say that his brother had a lot of jealousy towards him. And if you look at his behavior and what he has done, you see the jealousy oozing out. I mean, Prince William only has a small window of things that he could do. Um, Prince Harry has the entire world. He doesn't have to be the sovereign of the British Empire. And yes, it is an empire. Yes, it has a commonwealth. Yes, it has several countries under it. They are like landlords. So Prince Harry doesn't have to deal with that. He's like, yo, see you, don't want to be you. Stage right, you know? So that's what he's doing. From what I see, like when Harry went to Nigeria, Prince Harry went to Nigeria because he was invited and he was able to bring his Invictus games and talk about when they would have it and where they're going to have it, and them Nigeria being a part of it. And the wild part was Duchess Meghan went there as a duchess and left princess. So when people say Princess Meghan, and then a lot of you say she's not a princess, um, don't you recognize people who are princesses from other countries? You recognize a princess of France, princess of Germany, Sweden, all these other places. Well, guess what? Africa has princesses too, and princes and kings and queens. Um, so how about respect the title? You know, it's a two-way street. Be nice. You may not like her, but respect her grind. So when she left Nigeria, she left a princess, a duchess and a princess. And Harry is a prince of two places. How many people can say that? Not many. Actually, no. None nowadays. Maybe back in the 1800s, 1700s, the prince of here, there, and the king of there. Yeah. Yeah. But all right. Anybody want to call up or come up? Okay, well, all right. In that case, I do want to I do want to thank you for stopping by.